Fear and FOMO is creeping back into the Pokemon hobby once again, with people really questioning, are we ever going to get booster box reprints ever again? Short answer, yes, we will, but things are moving very, very quickly. Every single week, we go through the Pokemon sealed market, and I show you guys exactly what is happening so you can have a better idea of how to tackle this hobby. And in this video, there's going to be a lot of stuff that we want to talk about. Some Destined Rivals, Phantasmal Flames, among some other stuff. So make sure you stay and watch the whole thing. My name is Steve. This is Steel City Stacks. Thank you guys for watching another video. As I mentioned, Destined Rivals is something that is really or a set that's really leading the charge here in creating a lot of fear and FOMO. People do not think we are getting booster box reprints anytime soon, but I'm telling you guys, stay patient. There's a whole conversation we are going to have on Destined Rivals because it actually needs its own segment and really its own video, if I'm being honest. But we will get to that at the end of the video after we update everything. A quick update for you guys. You know, there's this massive snowstorm going on right now. I hope everyone is staying safe. If it is affecting you, please be smart, be safe, and stay warm. Content for this week, we have a lot planned. I want to share it with you guys. Real quick, we're going to talk the market update today. We're going to go through a new topic about booster boxes versus booster bundles versus ETBs and what you guys should do if you're trying to collect or invest into that. We're going to be talking about Black Bolt and White Flare, the forgotten set of the SV era. We're going to give an update about booster box and specialty ETBs versus set values. We do this every single month. We were creeping up towards that time, and with all of the stuff happening right now, we need to address that as soon as we can. And lastly, we are going to go through the top cards of the SV era and how they relate to the market. I'm going to be showing you guys opportunities and when potentially you can start picking up these cards or when some favorable times will be for picking up that. So if any of that interests you guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. You're not going to want to miss a single thing. But we have a lot to talk about, so let's get straight into this one. We're going to flip the camera around. We're going to start with Sword and Shield and blow through everything. We'll come back here and talk about Destined Rivals and Phantasmal Flames. Okay, now I say this probably every single week, but Sword and Shield always starts off with not a lot of movement. Sword and Shield base and Rebel Clash still just absolutely chilling. They're just holding their own. Their positions, their quantities, their prices, everything remains the same. Darkness Ablaze, we have seen a little bit come off the market. Not a lot of sales volume. Vivid Voltage, some coming off the market as well. Only 9 sold last week. That's actually up at least a little bit. It's not terrible. But Vivid Voltage up to 274.98 and Darkness Ablaze up to 355. So we are seeing some price movements on those boxes finally. Battle Styles and Chilling Reign both not really doing much of anything. Battle Styles is at 257.96 and Chilling Reign is actually down to 539.94. Evolving Skies, we did see a small leg up there. Boxes now are at 26.60. That's up from just almost 2,600 flat, so about $60 up. It's about 2.31% from last week. Not terrible, but we are starting to see a little movement on Evolving Skies. 6 sold last week, so just interesting. Fusion Strike, 56 boxes available. That's down 12.5% from last week. 7 sold, so quite a bit of them sold compared to last week. Price is at exactly $1,000. It was at $999.99, so about the same price. But we finally have quad digits on another box again, I should say, in Sword and Shield. Brilliant Stars, kind of chilling. Honestly, it was so volatile for so long. It had its next leg up, and it's been relatively quiet for a few weeks now. Box price $604.99. It's up 3.5% almost, but still kind of just like hovering in that zone. Not that much to talk about. Astral Radiance, 98 boxes available right now compared to 102, only 2 sold. Price $389.96. Not much going on there. Lost Origin, $726. It's down just ever so slightly. No movement in the quantity at all. Only 2 boxes sold. Silver Tempest saw a little bit more added to the market. It's up 8.33% in that respect. Price $484.95. That has not moved a single penny from last week. Shining Fates, still a ton of these boxes available on TCG Player. 245 to be specific. Price $112.95. 0 movement on Shining Fates from last week. Celebrations. This is where things start to get a little interesting. Now, Celebrations, as you guys know, is the 25th anniversary set. There were a significant amount of boxes dumped on the market, 174. And to be fair, let's actually go and look at this and hit a quick refresh just to make sure that they're all still there. 180 now. So let's go back and change that one. 180 of these available at the current moment, which is just crazy. It's up 69.81%. 271.99 for the boxes. That's down 1%. But you guys can see 32 of them sold in the last week. It's up 68%. 106 added to the market. That's up 8,800%. Let's take a quick look back at celebrations. Now, this is the 3-month chart. You can see it has gone up pretty steadily in the last couple of months. And in the last month alone, you had this low point of 233. We're all the way up at, it says 260.78, but you can see the next listed 271.99. Last year, you can see the box is up 123.83%. I do believe this box is going to continue to rise, follow this trend channel. This is a $300 box probably in the next 2 months. Just being honest with you guys, even though all of that product was added to the market, we will see what happens and we will see what sticks. Pokemon Go, absolutely zero movement, just complete skip, has not moved. Crown Zenith, 83 boxes right now. It's up 6.4%, 15 sold, so a healthy amount. $245.99 for the box. It's up 2.5%. Let's take a quick look at Mr. Crown Zenith. Going up, not much to talk about there, to be honest with you guys. Still following that same thing. Slope is increasing a little bit, though. We are seeing price increases. To try and get back to this point, I think it will slow down a little bit here in probably about 2 weeks. You probably have another week of this box going up or two before it starts to flatten off. Just a little bit, and the sales volume slows down, but $245.99 down here. Pretty crazy. Crown Zenith going to the moon. Let's take a look at some of our graphs. I want to start doing this a little bit more. I have been getting lazy with it, but it's just because sometimes there's not much to talk about. Sword and Shield, you can see completely flat here. Blue is price, orange is quantity. Rebel Clash doing more or less the same thing, completely flat. Darkness Ablaze, kind of volatile, still within that same kind of like area. It's been doing its thing. Vivid Voltage, we are starting to see a little separation, which is important. Maybe Vivid Voltage starts to run. Like I said, there's about like 50 plus boxes available on TCG Player. There's still plenty out there, but we'll see what happens. Battle Styles coming together. Battle Styles is Battle Styles. I still think it's slightly underrated, if I'm being honest with you guys. But I understand people's hesitation that you can put your money in other things. Chilling Reign, just chilling. You know, not trying to make a pun, but very, very low movement. Evolving Skies, some separation. We will see if these lines converge and a new kind of like equilibrium is established. I feel pretty confident that it will. This very expensive box, it'll be slow moving for the most part, so we will see those lines come back together. Fusion Strike, price stagnating at $1,000. I don't think anyone wants to push through this. That's significant now. We've had 2 straight weeks where this is not pushed past $1,000. I don't think people are comfortable doing that yet, so pay attention to that. The volume is speaking for itself as well. Brilliant Stars still kind of being flat for the most part. Like I said, it had its big run. Now it's kind of just chilling at about $600. We've been there for about 4 weeks now. Astral, same thing. It has just been in this $380 to $400 range now for months. So Astral just showing no movement. Lost Origin still chilling, coming down ever so slightly. Kind of interesting. We will see when Lost Origin makes another run. Silver Tempest, flat the last 3 or 4 weeks now. Again, we'll see what happens as quantity increases. Maybe this price comes down. We'll see what happens. Shining Fates, completely flat as well. Celebrations, this huge tick up, of course, is that large quantity that was added, but you guys can see that we've just steadily gone up here, just like the TCG Player graph showed, and quantity coming down as a result. Simple relationship between quantity and price. Easy. Pokemon Go, completely flat. Don't even need to talk about it. Sorry, Pokemon Go. And Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith, similar to Celebrations, is starting to run up here, and the quantity has just absolutely come down. It has not come down. We are adding some stuff here. There is product coming to market, so that is healthy to see. It's going to be a very good long-term type of signal for Crown Zenith for that to happen. Now, SV Base, and Scarlet Violet. Things have slowed down at least a little bit for the G Block. G Block is your SV Base through Paradox, and then 151 and Paldean Fates, if you did not know. SV Base right now, 310 available. It's up 3%. Price $269.99, only up 1.8%, but still rising. Excuse me. Paldean Evolved, 104 available. That's down 8.7%. Only 5 sold. Not a lot of movement, or not a lot actually sold from Paldean Evolved. Price $415.98, almost no movement. Obsidian, 96 on the market right now. It's down 11%. 12 sold. That's up significant. 71% to be honest. $299 for this box. Again, still not hit 300. Still really testing that $300 point. Let's see what happens. Said my piece on Obsidian. It's incredibly overvalued and overrated. It's just not a, just go buy the Charizard for $80. Just go and do it. Paradox Rift, 134 available, down 8% right now. $259.99 for this. It's up 4%. It's one of the only boxes that has actually moved up outside of 151. Temporal Forces, 99 available right now. Price $269.94. No movement. Twilight, 363 available. $309.99. No movement. Stellar Crown 183, it's down ever so slightly, price 267.99. It's up about 2%. Not really much to talk about with Stellar Crown, if I'm being honest with you. Surging Sparks. Surging Sparks is where the conversation again for SV starts. This, of course, is the first set that pretty much, I don't want to say pretty much, but most people got back into the hobby, myself included. Journey Together, Destined Rivals, Prismatic, Surging, that area. Surging Sparks right now, 1,050 boxes available on TCG Player, down 1.69% price, $285. It's just crazy. Up 8.2%. Let's take a look. I told you guys before to buy down here at $230. This is probably going to get hit with another booster box reprint. Despite people saying it's not coming, it's not happening, I fully believe we will see more of this come to market one more time. How big, I don't know. Could be a vending machine run on the west coast of the US again. Could be a full-blown thing. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know. But I do know that this is going up. And over the last 3 months, you can see it has done nothing but go up. Because people like the set. Because it's valued. Because there's good stuff in the box. No matter how many people say that Surging Sparks is a mid-set, it is going to be top 3 in the era, without a doubt. It might be top 2. Who knows? Main sets. Main sets. Not specialty sets. Let's don't chop my head off for that one. But Surging Sparks doing crazy things. Journey Together, the non-enhanced version, some leaving the market, price $257.51. It's kind of still just chilling. The enhanced version, $355 available, still a lot, $239.37. It's down 0.25%. Then we get into Destined Rivals. And again, I will speak fully on this at the end of the video, so please stay tuned for that. 168 available on TCG Player. That is down 18%. 81 sold. That is actually not even as much as last week in terms of a percentage of what was on the market. Last week, we sold 83. This week, we sold 81, so ever so slightly off. Price, though, $449.67. That's up almost 5% for Mr. Destined Rivals. Is absolutely absurd to see what Destined Rivals is doing. This is the monthly chart. You can see the low here of 387.80 all the way up to 441. Down here, 449.67, 5 of them available. This Temporal Emporium added a bunch of different boxes from a bunch of different sets. Really kind of setting the market price now, to be honest. But look at these prices. That's 463, 464 down there. That's 465, 472, 474, 476. It's crazy, and not a lot of boxes, but you can see down here, this is just a hobby. $449.99, $29.99 shipping, $55 available. If you're watching this for some reason, please fix that, because someone's going to come in and absolutely clean your clock, and you're only going to get $29.99 for shipping. Someone's going to buy you out of all of your boxes. It's just a seller mistake 101. I'm telling you, don't do that. May you find this video in time. But Destined Rivals, we'll talk about it. 151.69 available right now. Quantity up ever so slightly, but price $444.97. Of course, this was the hot button topic from this last week from Target. Are we going to get ETBs? Well, the price shot up. Telling me, guys, I don't think prices are coming down on those ETBs. I think the confidence is pretty damn high. 16 of them sold. That's up 166%. So you tell me what's going on. Up 8.53% in price. Paul Day and Fates, down quantity. We're down to 55, but price 303. Shocker, guys. Paul Day and Fates goes up. Who would have thought? Shrouded Fable, 123, no movement. Price, though, $81.99. That's up a little bit, but we're back kind of to the same point that we've always been at. It's up 10%, so don't get crazy with it. It's kind of hovering around that, like, $75 to $82 range. It's been doing that for quite a while. Prismatic. Prismatic is another one that we probably should spend some time on. Again, I feel like I can make a video on Prismatic every week. 2,622 available. It's down 6%, 115 sold. Again, not as many as last week, guys. 185 Prismatic sold last week. Take a look here. But look at this quantity, 2,930 when we started 2 weeks ago. We're down to 2,700. Oh, I'm sorry, this was last week. 141. I'm so sorry, guys. 141 sold the previous week before this one. We were at 2,790. We're down to 2,622. So quite a lot missed. Negative 53 boxes added, so it is drying up at least a little bit. That's down a significant percentage. Price right now, $139.99. It's up 10% in 1 week. Absolutely crazy what is happening with Prismatic Evolutions, but I'm not surprised because, again, this is the month chart here, down to 117 all the way up, boxes up 12% in the last month. I'm not surprised. Like, we tested this bottom. I tried to tell you guys, this is a new higher low. We are going to blow through this high point of 136, 140. It's going to go through it. It's practically already there. You scroll down here, you can see 139.99, 141 down here, 5 of them available. It's going to blow through it. The question is, where is this going to stop? At what point do people think, okay, Prismatic is a little bit underpriced for like where we're at? And if you ask me, because there's too much quantity, it's probably going to be at about 160, 165 would be my guess. Just being honest with you guys, maybe like a little conservative and say 155. But I think 160 to 165 is probably going to be the new high, and then it's going to fall down again. That's probably going to be your opportunity. Maybe your last one, if I'm being completely honest with you. Time is running out on this guy. Moving on. Black Bolt, White Flare. We are seeing decreases in stock of Black Bolt and White Flare ETBs. Black Bolt 572 available, 63 sold. About the same as last week. 45 of them added though, so a lot actually being added to the market. You'd love to see it. Prices at 87.75. That's down 2.5%. But White Flare, guys. White Flare out of nowhere. 789 available. That's down 6.52%. 78 of them sold. So a good amount. 23 of them were added to the market. Not really, significant, I guess. But 8601 for this White Flare box. And that's significant because you guys can see here. Oh, excuse me. You guys can see here on White Flare, this price is not reflected it yet, but you scroll down here, there's a bunch of boxes listed down here with like all these shippings added up, $85 down here. It all adds up. Like things are going up for White Flare ETBs. I tried saying the set was going to be a little bit underrated, and here we are. But we do want to take a look at the graphs for these ones super, super fast. Very interesting stuff here for sure. Take a look at SV base, completely flat for the most part. This blue line has been trending upward, so not a big surprise there. Paul Day Evolved remains relatively flat, but quantity is starting to fall off. I mean, it's a straight kind of negative movement for quantity. Just pay attention. Obsidian Flames, like I said, it's just been chilling around $300. It will not break past $300. It's been that way since, when is this? November 9th of 2025. That's a long time for this just to sit here and stagnate. Paradox Rift, stagnated for a while, starting to go up. Quantity starting to fall off. Bunch of these sitting in pallets. I know where they're at. Temporal Forces, still kind of flat. Price is kind of hovering. Still looking like kind of okay, but is what it is. Twilight Masquerade. Twilight Masquerade doing some crazy stuff. Huge increase in price and really kind of tapered off. We'll see what happens. We're kind of, it's not an all-time high, but still almost an all-time high for me charting this. Quantity still remaining about the same, so be mindful of that. Stellar Crown going up. Surging Sparks, huge deviation here. This is what I tried to tell you guys. This was mid-November when the price was about, again, $228. I was like, hey, now's the time, guys. We're starting to see this crossover, and it's just gone nothing but up. So what can you say? Quantity's still staying there for the most part. Journey Together, non-enhanced, and still doing its thing. It's not crazy, but is diverging ever so slightly. The enhanced version of Journey Together, quantity falling down, price still hovering down here for a little bit. There's a lot of boxes available and sentiments down. Destined Rivals, complete inversion here. It finally happened. Since I started charting this, we've been flat relatively for so long. We've been hit between 390 and 410 since I started charting this. It's finally broken out. This thing is off to the races. God only knows when this is going to stop. 151 doing its thing. Oop. Paul Day and Fates straight up, not stopping, has been going up quite literally every single week. Literally, aside from one, since November 9th. Crazy. Shrouded Fable, completely flat. Prismatic Evolutions, straight inversion as well. This is your warning sign, guys. This box is absolutely off to the races as well, just like Destined Rivals is, but it's not Destined Rivals, so we don't talk about it. And Prismatic is Prismatic, and everyone knows how this goes. But another complete inversion here. Expect that to eventually come back and settle again, but for a few weeks, this box is going to run. I'm telling you. Black Bolt, White Flare, Black Bolt, price still kind of hovering in this general zone here. This is about an $8 range. This is blown up a little bit just to show you guys because the movement is not very much. And the same with White Flare. Only about a $20 difference in the axis here. But White Flare is steadily going up and quantity is coming down. I am assuming people have quantity for this to throw up here, so stay patient. The price of this will come down. You'll have another opportunity to get in on White Flare ETBs should you want to. Mega Evolution, we're running a little bit late. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Mega Evolution, 1,022 available. It's up 4%. 121 new boxes listed. That's up 14% though. $239.98. Price is actually down ever so slightly. Phantasmal, 1,054 boxes available versus 1,194. That's down 11.7%. 318 of these boxes sold in the last week alone, guys. It's up 41% compared to the last week alone. 178 added to the market. That's down 22% because people can't keep up because so much is selling. $269 for this box right now. That is up $22 per box for 9%. And of course, Ascended Heroes is listed here. Not going to talk about it. Only brick and mortar stores can list these right now. ETB still about 3.5, 4 weeks away from coming out, but still worth mentioning. Let's take a quick look here at our stuff here. Mega Evolution. It's interesting. 6-month chart. Start off hot. 3-month. Came down, shot up, coming back down. It's kind of difficult to see. But I want you guys to be aware that we had hit this point of $260 and the price has steadily come down. And Phantasmal Flames. This is the month chart. Here's the 3-month. This will give you your best look. Straight down. Price settled. Off to the races. 269 down here. 5 available. 269, 2 available, etc., etc. It's pretty crazy, guys, if I'm just being honest with you. I don't like it. I think it's silly. Mega Evolution is flat. That's your opportunity. This is your best bet long term if you're looking to get into any booster boxes. This is the most obvious buy I think I've ever seen. We can get into that in the future, or in a video later this week in the future. Phantasmal Flames, though, look, an inversion. This is what happens. Price is running up. Quantity falling down. We will talk about that. Mega Evolution ETBs. Not much going on here. Lucario kind of holding flat. No change in price. Still $185.99. The Gardevoir $159. No change in price. But a lot of them did sell compared to, a lot taken off compared to previous weeks. And then 14 added. That's up 55%. So some opportunities for the Gardevoir. Phantasmal 115 available. It's down 8%. 20 of them sold. Not as many as last week. Only 9 added. So price fell to 179. Not crazy as of a decrease, but it is what it is. Ascended Heroes, same thing as last time. You can just go ahead and skip that. And then your Pokemon Center ETBs. I don't want to run through absolutely everything because there's not that much movement here, literally at all. Like for this whole block that I'm highlighting here, not much going on. But you can see with Twilight Masquerade, we are starting to see some movement. 75 available on TCG Player from 89 from last week. 15% downward spike. 8 sold. So double from last week, kind of interesting. 148.98. Price went up ever so slightly. We will touch on that super fast. Twilight Masquerade has gone down, is showing signs of rebounding here. The chart is broken because, of course, it is. But we are starting to see some movement back up here. Can we see another run to hit this kind of positive movement back? Stay tuned. Might be an opportunity. Pokemon Center stamped promos in here, 11 packs. This box is probably worth something, to be honest with you guys. Stellar Crown, not really much movement. Price is kind of holding at 115. This was recently on the Pokemon Center. Surging Sparks, 81 available. That is down 20.5%. Only 7 sold and 14 taken off the market. Price still holding at 211. So nothing really crazy. But Journey Together, and we'll talk about it here as well. Journey Together is showing the same signs Twilight is. You can see this huge run up here in the last week or so. 138 all the way up to 141. You're thinking, that's not that much, Steve, but take a look. Journey Together, 96 available right now. 15 of them sold, though, so a healthy amount. 11 added to the market, so people are trying to add more, but is not enough. Price has fallen down to 141.34. This is the best opportunity for Pokemon Center ETBs. I did highlight this. A little bit ago. There's some good opportunities down here if you want to take a chance on some lower listing sellers. Personally, I don't do that, but if you want to go down here, it's your turn. 100%, 153.75, so it puts it right back up to normal. Destined Rivals, not much movement there. Still 319.04 for the box. 151, starting to run. Pokemon Center ETB, 953.98. It's up 6%. Paul Dan Fates up to 425. It's up 6.25%. Shocker, guys. Who would have thought the specialty center or specialty set Pokemon Center version of these boxes would keep going up with it going out of print rotation very soon? Who would have thought? Shrouded Fable 119 available right now, price 123.89. Prismatic, you do want to talk about this super quick. 369.99. 146 available. A lot added to the market. You guys can see here in this blue. Price down 7.5%. Let's take a look at Prismatic Evolutions super fast. Still looking like it's good. If you guys want a good example, okay, of what the regular ETB graph is going to look like, you see this point here where we had this high and then this low down here, and then we had a higher high, and then you see down here how we had this lower low or higher low than this low to the left. Should tell you everything you need to know about where this box is going next. It will hit $450 very soon. There's just a lot that have been added to the market, specifically from this guy. $355 with $14.99 shipping, 20 of them added. Those are going to get cleaned up. I can almost guarantee you very, very soon. And someone's going to have a very bad day because they're going to lose a lot of money off of what could have been a very nice sale for these Pokemon Center ETBs. Finishing up, Black Bolt, White Flare. Not much going on. 66 available for Black Bolt, 80 for White Flare. Quantities are down about 7 and 8% respectively. Price, though, holding steady. 177.17 for Black Bolt. 153.26 for White Flare. That's actually down 3.11%, but not as much movement there. The real conversation is about some of the early stuff from, or the current stuff from Scarlet and Violet, specifically Surging, Destined, Prismatic, and really Black Bolt and White Flare, honestly. But those three sets, let's talk about it. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. Things are looking very bleak for Destined Rivals. The sentiment here on YouTube has been just straight negative, and a lot of finger pointing and just laughing, saying like, hey, you missed out. That sucks for you. If you're trying to get it now, haha, it's too late. And you know, honestly, they might be right. $450 for a Destined Rivals booster box right now, not even a year off of its release, is absolutely sickening. Earlier in 2025, or really at the end of 2025, I made a prediction and I said, hey, Destined Rivals booster boxes, you're going to be able to go and pick up at like $325 to $350, and I feel pretty good about doing it there. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, you can't predict the market. You know what I mean? You can't determine what a specific price is going to be. Like, it's just a recommendation, you know? And I think confidence is just so high in the set overall that there's not going to be anything that can stop it. And it reminds me a lot of what we're seeing in like a real kind of like economic situation where for whatever reason, it just won't go down. And there's so much confidence in it going up long term that it's like, well, if I put money into it now, like who cares? Like even if I buy in at $450, I know it's going to be $1,000+ box and I'm going to make 200% or 100% or whatever it is. And like, yeah, sure, you can do that and you can say that, and that's fair. Like I understand that. But for the other people that don't have much of an opportunity on this right now, I mean, like you're just really going to have to wait, because if you think there's not going to be a single booster box reprint for Destined Rivals between now and its out of rotation date, like competitive rotation date, you're off your rocker. Like there's 2+ years for this box to still be available and printed. It's just like, it makes no sense to me. So just stay patient, guys. And the same can be said for Phantasmal Flames. I cannot believe what we're seeing right now with Phantasmal Flames. It's the most like backwards thing I've ever seen. And I can guarantee you people are going to be like, well, I'm picking the boxes up now because it's going to have a Charizard in it for forever. And it's such a powerful Charizard. It's a $600 card. And it's like, yeah, that's fair. I understand that. But once again, I'm kind of pointing at this box is way too expensive, way too quickly type of argument again. And with so much of the set value being just in the Charizard card itself, and realistically, the other Charizard card, the gold one, I just don't feel very good about it. You know, 77% of the entire set value comes from 2 cards. It's a small set. And honestly, the other cards in the set aren't that good. Like Piplup, cool. I was very, excited about the Piplup in the set. But like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. It's a very mid set. It just is. It's like Obsidian Flames 2.0, except the price is already like taken off to the nth degree. And when you look at the set value versus the booster box price, you're like, it's actually not that bad. It's just a hair above 21%. And that's kind of online with what Destined Rivals was doing, to be completely honest. But like, that's what scares me. This box should never be anything close to that. There's been so many Phantasmal Flames boxes that have sold already. That's like the crazy part of this whole thing. And as I'm just looking here, there's been almost 8,500 booster boxes sold for Phantasmal already. For context, Destined Rivals has sold just under or just over 10,000, 10,264 to be specific. The fear of missing out, just FOMO, is completely taken over. There's no reason for you guys to spend this much money on a box. Like, I'm sorry, there's not. And if that upsets you, I'm sorry. I hate to tell you, I hate to burst your bubble. If you legitimately have money to go and throw into stuff like this, and you're like, oh, it's $450, I don't want to do that, or go put it in something else. Go put it in 4 Prismatic ETBs. right? Go buy Paradox Rift that's going to accrue value. Go into Sword and Shield and go and buy something that's of a similar price in Sword and Shield. Go buy Silver Tempest booster boxes instead that are already out of print, that there's not that many of, and they're going to see a next leg up here in the next 6 months or whatever it is. Astral, probably not Astral, but still, there's other things that you can do. Go and buy like single cards. Go buy slabs. Go buy something else. This is the most overpriced box I think I've ever seen since I've been in this, and really since I've started like looking at previous boxes. Yes, long term, Destined Rivals is going to do a fantastic job, and I've been very vocal on that for quite a long time. But under no circumstances whatsoever should this be this much money this quickly. It's absolutely absurd. And it's only because there's people on the internet talking about, we're not getting it. We're only got booster bundles, and that's bad. Well, where's the booster boxes? Whatever. We want it now. Give it time. There's 2 freaking years for this. Do you understand how long that is? Like, legitimately. Because you don't have it right now, you're going to go and pump the price up, $50, $40, $60, whatever Destined's gone up in the last like several weeks here. It's just insane. So just stay patient with it. And honestly, I'm not recommending you guys go and buy the boxes, Phantasmal or Destined. I'm sorry, not at the price. Wait for them to come down and then go in. Because like now, like you missed the boat. You missed the boat if you didn't get Destined at $400 now, and that's going to be the new thing to say. It's just ridiculous. So stay smart out there. Stay safe, guys, with your money. Like, just be fiscally responsible. Don't buy something just because everyone else is going to do it. Do your own research and come back and make a decision based off of your own thoughts and feelings on it, and not people on the internet. And yes, I know that's rich coming from someone that's on the internet talking to you about all of this stuff, but I am here solely to give you guys information, and that is it. You guys ask me for recommendations or questions in the comments, and I will give you my thoughts and feelings on it for sure. None of this is financial advice. None of it is telling you what you should do with your money. That is the most important thing that I could say just for myself on this channel, like without a doubt. But just stay smart. With that said, be sure to tap in for more. We have a lot of content planned later this week. Let me know down below what you guys think of the current situation with, hell, even Prismatic and Destined and Phantasmal. Where are you guys going? Do you think Mega Evolution is the one that everyone should be paying attention to? I certainly do. Let me know down below. Be sure to like and comment, subscribe for more. When you guys hit the buttons, it helps us so much. We're nearing 1,000 subscribers and doing it a lot faster than I thought I would. So thank you for that. Help me get this content out to people who actually need to see it. And I will catch you guys in the next one.